The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. On Kids Day, today against Orlando, Jalen Brunson, his third game this year against Orlando with at least 30. He finished with 30. OG Anunoby, excellent game in his second game back from the hamstring injury, had 21. And the Knicks hold on down the stretch to beat Orlando 106-100. They're now 13-1 at home. Great to have you with us. Bill Pidto along with Alan Hahn. So 13-1 at home matches the 92-93 start of 13-1. That's how good the Knicks have been here at MSG. Couple things. Cat didn't play tonight because of a bad calf. We saw Orlando star Franz Wagner in the first quarter go out with what looked to be a significant leg injury. The Magic are saying a lower left leg injury. Obviously, if he's out long term, that could have massive implications in the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
And Deuce McBride hopped in the locker room in the third quarter. No report on what may be ailing him. But you put it all together, Knicks win another game at home.
Yeah, and they had to look. It's a typical game against this Orlando Magic team that really does you grind against this team. And the first two matchups, it looked like the Knicks struggled against their physicality. In this game, the Knicks were ready for it. This was a physical game. There were some plays in this game that definitely felt a little extra. There wasn't a lot of fouls being called. They were letting them go. But the Knicks answered the bell for the first time in their matchup against the Magic and were able to put this game away, although it got a little dicey, as you would say, in the last seconds.
Only a one-point game at the half. Knicks took control and until the final couple of minutes really dominated half number two.
Yeah, the third quarter especially, their defense was phenomenal. They held the Magic to 18 points, and Jalen Brunson was phenomenal as well. Had a great start to the game with 16 points in the first quarter, and then he got going also in the third quarter to get his team on track. His offense was everything for this team, especially without Karl-Anthony Towns. And Jalen Suggs had a good offensive game, and he was physical against Brunson defensively, but he does struggle to stop him. But this Magic team, they get down the floor fast, and they want to score on you quickly. They don't want you to get set in your defense. And while the Knicks were able to do that in the third quarter, the Magic were able to just stay in the game because of those quick strike scores. The three-point shooting also a big part of things. How good was it to see OG Anunoby now get into his game rhythm?
5 out of 7 from downtown.
Very good, and very good defensively as well. And, of course, Mikal Bridges has been very good defensively all season. He had a steal there. But this is the play now. I understand what it looks like. And it does look hostile.
They gave him a hostile act.
Yes, they did. But what Desmond Bane does here is actually a smart play that was a little extra. He didn't need to fire a fastball at OG Anunoby. It was right. I can't believe a foul wasn't called on that play as Anunoby then gets a dunk here. And then here's a corner three from OG Anunoby. 21 points for OG, a team high plus 20 in his 28 minutes. A terrific return game for him after knocking off the rust Friday against the Jazz.
All right, you see the numbers as the Knicks win it. They hold on 106-100 points in the paint. Knicks prevail. You see the rest of the numbers. Josh Hart today, 17 points and 12 rebounds. Here now with Josh Hart. Josh Hart, what do we have here?
We got Hayes. Hayes and Hendricks is over there. He don't want to be on the. You gotta say anything?
Give it a big kiss.
No.
How about the win and your guys' ability to hang on and pull away in the second half?
Yeah, man, we played well. Should have ended the game a little better than we did, and we'll address that. But it was a good win. That's Jalen. Look, he's right there. But we'll take the win.
How about being 13-1 at home now? It's the team's best start since 92-93 at home.
Yeah, I mean, they come out and show up, and that's our way to reward them. So we got to make sure we keep protecting home court and keep it going.
You need a babysitter. I'm available after the postgame show.
Yeah, I might need one.
All right, Josh, thanks for dropping by with your sons.
Appreciate it.
Adorable, Alan, on Kids Day. Obviously, Josh Hart's
very adorable.
Things.
And I know you loved it. It was the first time you weren't the smallest guy in the studio.
Oh,
great to see.
Okay.
Good for you. Josh Hart, though, does have a fantastic game. 17 points, 12 rebounds. He has been Mr. Everything. Whatever's needed on a given night, that's what he's done. It is remarkable. We no longer talk about the finger, right, that he had re-injured or re-aggravated in the offseason after having surgery on it, and he thought he'd have some issues shooting the basketball. Early in the season, he did. It shows you the work that he's put in behind the scenes to find a way to make sure he's in a rhythm shooting, because he always says, I know teams are going to leave me open. He's got to make them pay. His shooting percentage since the start of November has been fantastic.
Not to mention Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Another incredible game. 13 rebounds, 8 offensive boards in 25 minutes. And Ariel Hukporti, career high 7 rebounds. But it's Jalen Brunson, Allen, who leads the way. Another 30-point game, as I mentioned. Tonight's thrilling moment brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Brunson, Magic can't stop him.
No, and they've thrown a lot of different people at him. Monica McNutt said it in our pregame show. Watch, they're going to put different bodies on him because Suggs has struggled. And you're seeing they had different bodies on him. They tried Bane. They tried Anthony Black. They tried it doesn't matter who. De Silva has no chance. Forget that. But he just knows where to get to on the floor and to get to his spots. He does get early offense, and if you put him in one-on-one situations here, virtually unstoppable. He had a huge start to this game, and I thought a tone-setting third quarter as well. Look at the footwork. I mean, these plays that we're watching, this is vintage Jalen Brunson. This is just what he does. He plays off 2 feet. He gets into the paint. Opposing defenses, game in and game out, try to find ways to stop him. And there's very few teams in the league that can. That's his 3rd straight 30-point game against the Magic so far this season.
And you mentioned his great first quarter, had 16 in the first quarter. All right, the Franz Wagner injury. We're not doctors. It happened in the first quarter, but it looks significant here.
Yeah, it happened right in front of me as well. And this is a tough play. Hukporti's trying to make a defensive play. It's an awkward land on that left leg. It crumples underneath him, and he was in a lot of pain and very upset. He had been through an injury last year. He missed a lot of time as he is helped off the court, and what they're calling it is lower leg. And the fact that they didn't take him right away, because we have great hospitals here in New York City that he could have had a quick MRI. They want to get him home and look at it there before they make a determination on an injury. But the Magic have been through so many injuries, especially last season. They're just getting Boncaro back. Suggs left the game with a groin injury, so keep an eye on that. It's the last thing a team like this needs, a young team that plays so hard and has great potential.
Injuries derailed them last season.
That's
Obviously,
right.
They hope that's not going to happen again. Welcome back. The MSG changeover has begun. Court going up. Ice will go down. Rangers at home tonight against Vegas. Pregame here at 6:30 with the game at 7 right here on MSG. You can also stream on the Gotham Sports App. Back in the studio with Monica McNutt as the Knicks are victorious 106-100. And how about OG Anunoby? Second game back from the bad hamstring. Maybe it took him a game to get his wind back, get his rhythm back, but he was phenomenal.
I agree.
5 of 7 today from downtown.
Yeah, I agree. But it's not even just the scoring. The efficiency is something that I think is 100% is worth calling out. 8 of 14 overall tonight. But he had 7 rebounds. 6 of those were defensive rebounds, obviously. And then he's able to get into the steals column with 3 steals as well, good for 21 points tonight. I just thought he was really poised. He was in the right place at the right time. He made the right plays. I actually thought he should have gotten credit for an assist. There's a 0 in the assist column tonight. But the catch-and-shoot 3-ball looked fantastic. He looked great on both the baseline penetration that led to each of his dunks, and then at the end of the game, he had that, what I thought would have been an assist to Ariel Hukporti to finish to the dunk. But yeah, it was great to see him back in at full strength.
I mentioned this briefly in our first segment. Mitchell Robinson, 24 minutes and change of playing time.
Yeah.
13 more rebounds, and 8 of the 13 boards were on the offensive end. He has been absolutely phenomenal, given his limited minutes, the production he's put forth here.
And shout out to both bigs in the absence of Karl Anthony Towns. Robinson and Hukporti combined for 20 rebounds, but Mitchell Robinson in particular, he is absolute. This was the play that got me hyped, because immediately when I heard that Karl Anthony Towns was not going to go today, I thought more of that would happen in this offense, because Mitchell Robinson is such a great roller. But that was a terrific assist off of an offensive rebound. And then he's really perfected sort of tapping this basketball to himself as he goes to gets it and creates more second chance opportunities for this New York Knicks squad. I mean, they had 12 second chance points tonight, and a lot of that has to do with Mitchell Robinson.
All right, Monica, great to see you as always.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, post-game comments from Knicks coach Mike Brown. The Knicks off to their best home start since 92-93 at 13-1. Getting the world's most famous arena ready for the hockey game tonight. Rangers in Vegas. Again, our coverage tonight begins at 6:30. Welcome back, everyone. Our Guarded Dreams sweepstakes remains open for Knicks fans until 11 a.m. on December the 10th. Visit msg.com/GDFNYK to either enter the sweepstakes for a $100 donation or to make any donation at all. No amount is too small. We're set up to take a $5 donation. Anything, really, that will help New York area children struggling with serious illness or real financial challenges. We continue now from the corner three, presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. So a big one up next for the Knicks at Toronto. Pregame at 8 on Tuesday night, game at 8:30. It's an NBA Cup quarterfinal game. It's a knockout round. The Knicks have gotten to this stage in each of the first 2 years of the Cup, but they've yet to make it to the semifinals of the tournament. Maybe this is the year. Time now to listen in to Mike Brown's postgame comments, as always, presented by Chase.
It's a good win by our guys. You know, one of the things that Orlando, they're a well-coached team. Jamal Mosley's done a heck of a job with those guys. But he has those guys playing really physical, trying to play fast, attacking the glass, the offensive glass. And they do a great job just putting their heads down and driving to the rim and looking for contact. And you know, so one of the things we talked about at halftime was, you know, we had to get back in transition to limit their fast break points, and then try to lead with your chest when you're guarding the basketball. Lead with your chest, don't lead with your hands or your forearm. And, you know, I give our guys credit. They had Orlando had 3 fast break points in the third and 0 free throw attempts in the third quarter. So that was a big quarter for us after we talked about it at halftime, to come out and try to establish the game in a way that we would be able to give ourselves a chance to win. All of our bigs did a fantastic job on the glass. You know, Josh had 12, Mitch had 13, Ariel had 7. And then, you know, our 2 wings, too. You know, OG with 7 boards is big for us, and Mikal with 6 boards is big for us. We needed every one of those that we could get. 15 offensive rebounds was a big night for us. They obviously had 17, so we need to do a little bit better job keeping them off the glass. And I just thought we had a lot of good individual performances on both sides of the ball. But our defensive player of the game, our honorable mention was OG, but the defensive player of the game was Ariel. Ariel was really, really good with his verticalities. I think he came up with 4 50-50 balls on his own. And then he had a play in transition where he showed, you know, one of his superpowers, which is his speed. He got raced down there and ended up getting a block when he was completely out of the play. So great job by Ariel giving us a lift off the bench.
Team psyche to beat that team specifically the way you guys did. You guys didn't have the best shooting numbers. It was very gritty win. It's kind of what they do. It hadn't happened up until this point in this season.
No, it's big for us again. They're well coached, and they're a really good team. And I thought when we played down in Orlando, you know, the second game down in Orlando, we started the game right. And I thought. I thought the ball pressure was there, our physicality was there, and I thought a lot of it was led by Landry, you know, at the point of the ball, and then he got hurt and kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit in the department of being physical, and they didn't, and it resulted in a win for them. So it's good to get a win against a good team that plays a certain way, and we hadn't kind of figured it out yet.
Mike, what have you heard on Miles McNutt?
Dude, I haven't heard.
He's left ankle. He's still getting IV right now. We'll know for tomorrow.
Mike, can you talk about what OG did? He kind of took a fastball in the back and had a great, second game back, had a great game. And then even after he came back in the game, in the final minutes, would he have a 2 and a 3, like in a very short amount of time, and you guys really needed to pull ahead a little bit there?
Yeah, you know, the versatility that OG gives us is it's unbelievable, you know, because at his size, he can guard a lot of different people. So, you know, being able to throw, you know, OG at Pablo and then throw Josh at him, you know, in this case, you know, when Franz was playing, be able to have a guy like OG to guard Franz and then Josh. And so having that size and versatility from OG defensively is huge because, like I said, he can guard 1 through 5. And then now you flip it and, you know, his shooting, his ability to attack the rim, all those things at his size, again, is huge for us. He was 5 for 7 from the three-point line. We needed every single one of those. And he attacked the rim a couple of times and finish with dunks. And so to have that on the floor from a guy that can go get you 7 rebounds is big, as well as 3 steals. So
he's not a guy who often shows a lot of emotion, and he showed a little bit there in the fourth quarter, and it kind of riled up the crowd, got the crowd going and everything. Are you surprised? You've been around him a lot, and he's usually really stoic on the court unless something really happens.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I didn't really see if he did anything towards the crowd to get them going.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, OG's a guy that's obviously just a really good basketball player, and he's going to make great plays, and that in itself is going to get the crowd going, and get his teammates going, which is a big thing.
How much better is Mikal when OG is out there? It seems like he's able to sort of take on the defensive matchup. You can mix and match with how you want to defend with both of those wings there.
For sure, and again, you could throw Josh in the equation. Those are some big wings, and the versatility that those guys have to be able to switch and guard different guys from positions 1 through 5 makes us that much more dangerous. And then on top of that, if those guys are going to continue to rebound between the 3 of them, that's 13. That's 25 rebounds between 3 guys, and it helps because of their athleticism, their intelligence, but more importantly is their length. To have big wings in this league that can play multiple positions and guard multiple positions while being able to still shoot the 3 is a luxury.
With Ariel, I mean, what are you seeing with Ariel that's allowing him to be impactful so soon in his career? I mean, obviously last year he comes in at 58th pick, raw guy in terms of his talent and his physical gifts. Just what are you seeing from the steps that he's taken from training camp to now that's allowed him to win a couple of defensive player of the game honors?
Well, first thing is he's got his superpowers are. First one is his ability to run. Been in the league a long time, and I told him this. I said one of your superpowers is how fast you are. He's one of the fastest bigs that I've ever been around, both directions. And what he has to remember is he's not going to play long stretches, and so use your superpowers as much as you can. He's got a natural knack for the ball. And, he's very good at being in that dunker spot or around the basket and then going to get it because he's pretty quick off the floor. He's longer and more athletic than what you think. And then he's got a nose for the ball when it goes up. And those things right there, in my opinion, start the process for him so he can have success everywhere else. From there, he's got some versatility where he could sit down and switch. Now, he can't guard a point guard a whole possession, but he definitely can guard in a switch situation. He may not be a shot blocker like Mitch because he's not as long, but because he's got good feet and he's got a good feel, if somebody drives the basketball, he understands, I'm just going to go vertical. And then he's a strong enough young man to where he could take he's been playing with grown men forever now. So he could take a hit from somebody driving and not fold. And because when you fold after taking a hit, you're usually coming down, and that's when the foul happens. But he's strong enough, sturdy enough to take that hit and go vertical, which makes him a very, very good rim protector or paint protector. And so those are the little things that he does well for us, as well as screening and trying to get out of it. Now, we haven't hit him much in the pocket yet, but he's done a pretty good job of screening. But those are the things that he needs to base his game around. And then from there, anything else that comes to the table is gravy.
I was going to say, he had a spray today, too, right? Had 2 in the paint. Is that something that you try to build up?
All of our guys, whether it's a big rolling and catching it, and the defense comes and helps, as soon as you catch in that paint, as soon as you feel another body, just play off a 2. And you be patient about it. Be patient, play off a 2. Somebody's open if you feel another body. Or if you get an offensive rebound, and Mitch has been phenomenal at it. I mean, Mitch had 8 offensive rebounds tonight, again, which is amazing in a 24-minute game. But when you get an offensive rebound, if you feel bodies around you, that means somebody is open. And both those guys have done a good job with that.
As a team, the Knicks had 15 offensive rebounds. OG and Desmond Bane, all is good, all is well, it ends well. Knicks win at 106-100. Stay with us.
The Knicks postgame show is presented by Audi. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer today.
Welcome back, everyone. So a big one Tuesday. The Knicks at Toronto. Pre-game at 8, game at 8:30. It's the NBA Cup quarterfinal. It's the elimination round of the NBA Cup. If the Knicks win, they'll play in Las Vegas on December 13th. If the Knicks do not win, they'll play the loser of Miami-Orlando here at MSG next Sunday, December the 14th. So that's a scenario for the upcoming week. Changeover continues at MSG. Rangers hosting Vegas tonight. 6:30 pregame, game at 7. Stay with us. Wrapping up the Knicks postgame show. Up next at Toronto, NBA Cup quarterfinals. Tuesday night. Pregame at 8, game at 8:30. Also stream our coverage on the Gotham Sports App. Want more than just a postgame show? Link your eligible TV subscription to stream Knicks games free or subscribe today in the Gotham Sports App. Just go to gothamsports.tv to learn more.